and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining. If you are new here, please be sure to subscribe. Today I am working on these jackets that I got from the thrift store. They are denim jackets. I got one for my daughter and one for myself, and what I'm going to do is just put some designs on them basically and make them look like similar to Rihanna's jacket. So here's my daughter trying on her jacket. This is the before, and as you can see, it is oversized. I had to roll up her sleeves. My daughter's so cute, look at her. And then here is myself, and my jacket is also oversized. So both of our jackets are purposely oversized because I want them to look similar to Rihanna's jacket with the writing on the back. I may be late with this whole DIY, but still, I felt like right now was the perfect and most opportune time to do it because I want to express myself and how I feel with the police brutality and Juneteenth coming up. So I've got my three colors. As you saw, I had my red, green, and white, and then I also gonna have my black. And you'll see that this black is a little bit metallic-y. And I also have my 4 paintbrushes. They're different sizes. So I'm gonna spread out my cover so that I don't get acrylic paint all over the floor. One thing about acrylic paint is that it's permanent, honey. Like, it is not washable, okay? So once it dries anyway, sometimes you can peel it off depending on what it is on, but when it's on fabric, it is permanente, okay? Permanente. So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and spread out this jacket, and I wanna make sure that it's as smooth as possible because the back part is my main working area. This is my denim canvas, if you will. So I'm going to smooth it out as much as I can so I can make sure that when I start painting on my letters that they don't look really weird and distorted. Empty out my paintbrushes. Let's see which ones we are going to be working with. And again, they're all different sizes. I am going to go with the second smallest. So I'll use my smallest one later on, but I'm going to go with the second smallest for this jacket. I have my 4 cups, and these 4 cups are going to be used for my 4 different colors of acrylic paint. So I've got my white, my red, Amaris, of course, is getting involved, so she's going to do the green. And you'll see that I also changed my floor covering because since Amaris does want to be involved, I had to get a little bit more coverage. And my black. And this black is actually has gold flecks in it, so we'll see how this turns out once it dries, but it kind of looks goldish greenish right now, so let's see how it turns out. Alright, so we're going to start painting on my letters, and if you happen to guess what I'm writing before I finish, comment in the comment section and let me know what your guess is, and if you got it right, then I will shout you out. Now, I'm going to have to trust you because how do I know that you guessed it before I finished? But whatever. So I thought of the middle, the letter that's the middle of the word. I had to count how many letters. I have 7 letters in this word, and the middle letter was a T. So I did the T first so that I could establish where the middle section of my jacket is. That way my word won't be off-centered. And meanwhile, I'm going to let Amaris express herself artistically as well and do what she does on this jacket. I started off with a fairly small amount of paint and just added as I needed. Don't mind Amaris's shirt either. I told her to put on some clothes that would get messed up, so this is what we got so far. It says my culture. So I wanted it to be kind of similar to Rihanna's, which said for the culture, but I didn't want it to be exactly like Rihanna's. I didn't want to bite too much, you know? So we went with my culture, which I thought was appropriate because we're celebrating Juneteenth a little bit bigger this year than we have previously with everything that's been going on recently. I actually stopped celebrating the 4th of July a couple years ago, but it wasn't like a big deal like it is now. More and more people are starting to refrain from celebrating the 4th of July. So, and then transitioning that energy to Juneteenth because that's our actual Independence Day. It'll be even better once we really get to where we're trying to get to as a culture. But right now, Juneteenth is what I'm really proud to celebrate, especially recently when I looked up the meaning of the Garvey flag. And I'll go into detail about that a little bit more in a second. But so right now I'm just gonna write some additional words that I feel describe my daughter. So I put cute, smart, creative, and then I put her nickname on there. And I'm just gonna let her continue to do what she does off to the side while I work on my jacket. So if for any reason you can guess what I'm putting on my jacket before I finish it, then I will shout you out for that as well. And a hint is that I kind of alluded to it a little bit just a couple seconds ago. So let me know if you guess it. So of course I'm taking the same concept and I'm writing on my jacket, starting with the middle letter, or the middle two letters I should say, because this has an even number of letters. And I'm going to leave out some details in these letters because I want to make it look a little more Greek, I guess. So by now I'm sure you know what I'm writing on my jacket, and if you guessed it, let me know. I'm really proud to wear the Garvey flag because a few years ago I really started to wonder, like, what is the point of, I will tell you now, this is my disclaimer, I'm not denouncing the American flag. However, I don't feel a connection to the American flag as much as I did growing up, because what is it for? Who is it for? It's not for me. The Garvey flag is for me though. And when I was reading up on the Garvey flag and I saw what it was about, it made me very proud. Like, wow, this is my flag. Like, what? I don't have a particular country in Africa that I can really relate to. I don't have a particular country that I can identify with more than another necessarily. I'm really obsessed with Nigerian culture, but that's another story. I don't know much Yoruba, so I don't consider myself a Nigerian American, so I'm not going to take the Nigerian flag and say that's me, that's me, that's me, when I could also do the same thing with the Ghanaian flag, you know, or any other country. So I didn't feel like I could just choose any African flag and say this is my flag. But when I learned about the Garvey flag, and there are other derivatives of the Garvey flag, there's a black, green, and red American flag, which I was really proud of. There's also the flag of Malawi, which looks like a red sun rising, or maybe setting, in the black spot, the black part of the flag. There is another flag that has white stars in it, and the design is diagonal. There is a flag where the red line is smaller and it's in the middle instead of the black line being in the middle. And I really care about all of these flags, really, because they represent being a black person and being a proud black person and having your own identity. You know, be proud of having your own and don't leave your own. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean that I'm against integration, but I'm saying that even with integration, we should be preferring our own things over anyone else's. Also, back in the late 1800s / early 1900s, there was a whole hit song saying everybody has a flag but the coon, and I feel some type of way about that. So in response, we came up with our own flag, and boom, how you like me now? That's how I feel. As we finish the touches. Wow. Whoa, I hope this can't, okay, I guess it's already dry. Ooh, wow, she gave herself some red. Oh, those are cute. I like them. Alright, I'm using my hand on this jacket. Okay. Now I just gotta let it dry. Alright, now we're getting back to my jacket so we can finish it up. And this black, I'm gonna have to do another layer of black probably, because at first I was like, okay, this will work. It's a little brownish, goldish, but I can work with it. But then when it actually dried overnight and I looked at it again, it looked more gold than anything else. So black, gold, and green is not quite the Garvey flag, so I'm definitely going to do it another time. I'm just going to cover it with some black. But the black that I have currently was the only black that I could find in Walmart, so I'm going to have to do some searching before I actually wear this. So yeah, here they are. We're going to let them dry overnight and come back in the morning to try them on and see what we think. Alright, so here is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the jackets, if you were inspired in any way. If you did, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and be sure to share with your friends and subscribe. Also turn on your notification bell so that you are notified when the next video comes out. Alright, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Happy Juneteenth!